Hello there, I'm TheNightmareDuke and welcome to another Fallout 76 video where today we are going to be checking out the latest armor set to be added to the game, and that is of course the Botsmith set. So hopefully you enjoy, and if you do then hey, consider liking and subscribing, but let's just get straight into things. So the Botsmith Armor Set, the latest, I'd call it endgame armor set to be added since it's non-tradable, only has the one source that you can acquire it from, and you can't buy it or sell it or anything like that, so similar to Secret Service and Covert Scout, etc. So how does it actually stack up against those other armor sets, and should you consider using it? Well, firstly, looks-wise, it's always subjective, but it's pretty much a beefed-up robot armor set, and looks pretty Raiderish, and it does look cool, and its stats aren't terrible by any means. Now, arguably, the most popular non-power armor set is the Secret Service. It's been around the longest as well. Been on sale by Minerva many times, so a lot of players use it. So I'll be comparing this directly to the Secret Service set, but also some of the others as well. So the Botsmith set, you can get these plans to drop from Test Your Metal event, and it uses the same mods as your robot armor does. So if you've learned all the mods for robot armor, then you'll have them unlocked for Botsmith armor. Now just a quick look at my build here. I'm not running anything besides weight reduction perk cards and class freak and starched jeans. So that means the only other thing affecting the numbers here is going to be scaly skin, which gives plus 50 to damage and energy resistance, and our under armor, which is the Secret Service under armor, which gives plus 15 to all three stats, but that'll be applied to all the sets so that it's all fair and even. Now I have modded the Botsmith here with its best possible mod for resistance being the polish mod. So in total we are sitting at 370 ballistic resistance, 235 energy resistance, and 165 radiation resistance. So really not bad numbers at all, especially that radiation one. There's also a non-legendary version of the armor, so technically you can get this even higher, but we're just using the non-legendary here. Comparing this to something like Secret Service, which is also modded with its best possible resistance mod, we are sitting at 392, 362, and 313. So the ballistic resistance is not much higher than the Botsmith. The energy, of course, is quite a bit higher, and the radiation is almost double. And that's generally where you'll notice the biggest difference between the armor sets is that radiation resistance. On the Secret Service, it's just really, really good. Comparing Botsmith to something like Arctic Marine, as you can see, outdoes it in ballistic and radiation, only slightly less in energy. Something like your Covert Scout Ops, 330, 290, and 65. So Covert Scout really, really lacking in the radiation department, but pretty good on that energy, but also Botsmith higher on that ballistic. So Botsmith with its high ballistic resistance, middle ground energy, and good radiation compared to some of the other endgame armors, it's actually a really decent set that you can go for. Now I have done a full endgame armor test invert months back. If you want to check those results out, I compared everything from Secret Service to Brotherhood Recon, Covert Scout, Arctic Marine, and the results from best performance to worst performance for combat was literally like 1 or 2 bullets difference, depending if it was energy weapon or ballistic weapon being shot at you. So again, the numbers hit a point where you really start getting into diminishing returns territory. So that's why radiation resistance is actually an important thing to look for on your non-power armor pieces, as well as the other mods that you can add to them. So Secret Service and Brotherhood Recon both can get the jetpack, whereas the others can't. So if you're looking to use a jetpack, then those two are going to be your go-to options. But going for other options like Covert Scout gives you better sneak in. The Arctic Marine and Botsmith have plentiful options of mods that can be applied depending on your needs. So each has its value, but Botsmith really is a good set if you get it to drop for you and you end up piecing together a full set of Unyielding, for example, as well if you just like the look of it, and then it'll perform really well for you. Then of course throwing together a full build with your usual perk cards like Blocker and Serendipity, Ricochet, Node Rage, all of those help your survivability. So yeah, Botsmith armor really not a bad choice to go for. It's also nice that you don't have to worry about gold bullion for the mods for it, like you do with Secret Service and Brotherhood Recon. Arctic Marine, Covert Scout, Brotherhood all drop from daily ops, whereas Botsmith drops from Test Your Metal, which is up quite often now in these first few weeks of the season. So if you can jump in as often as you can, then definitely grind it out in the beginning of the season before it goes into the regular event pool. Then it will be a little bit harder, but still probably a bit easier to get than your 1 chance a day for the other 3 armor sets from daily ops. But yeah, Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, then consider liking and subscribing and sticking around for more Fallout content. Let me know what you think about Botsmith in the comments below. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.